Welcome to the Checkout Point, your quick dive into this week's e-commerce buzz with me, Alex, powered by Blicket. These 20 minutes pack the latest trends, news, and insights. Let's navigate the digital marketplace together. Ready? Let's go.
All right. Welcome back to the Checkout Point. I'm Max.
And I'm Rachel. Max, this week is, It's basically the entire industry getting rewritten in real time.
Yeah, no pressure. So, where do we even start?
Okay, so Alphabet just dropped $185 billion on Gemini.
Wow.
We're talking AI agents becoming the new shopping funnel. Like, forget optimizing for humans browsing your site.
Right. You're optimizing for machines now, which is, honestly, kind of terrifying.
A little bit, yeah. Then we've got Shopify charging a 4% fee for AI checkout through ChatGPT, and merchants are losing their minds. Stock dropped 10%.
I mean, to be fair, is the GMV worth it? That's the question.
Exactly. We're going to dig into the math on that one.
And Walmart just hit $1 trillion market cap. E-commerce boom is real.
Hold on. Is it profitability or just volume? Because I've seen that trap before.
Rachel's already in operator mode. Love it.
Someone has to ask. And then Saks is ditching Amazon and closing stores. Luxury versus mass market. That's a whole thing.
Yeah. Brand control versus scale, classic.
And we're wrapping with AI tools. What should merchants actually prioritize in Q1? Because the hype is exhausting.
So exhausting. Fix your fundamentals first. We'll walk you through it.
All right, let's jump in. First up, Alphabet's massive AI bet and what it means for your conversion funnel.
We want to hear from you. Submit questions via the web form in the description or give us a call at 747-293-4612 and leave your question. Don't be shy. Our AI assistant makes it super easy. Okay, Rachel, so we need to talk about Alphabet's $185 billion bet. Yeah, you heard that right. $185 billion with a B.
Wait. That's not a typo.
Nope. They're dumping that into Gemini and agentic commerce infrastructure. And honestly, this is the moment I've been waiting for.
Okay, Max, I need the real story here. What does $185 billion actually buy them? Because that's a massive signal.
Right, so here's the thing. This isn't just about better search results or faster AI. This is about owning the infrastructure layer for how people shop in the next decade. They're building the rails for AI agents to actually transact on behalf of consumers.
So they're betting that AI agents become the new shopping funnel?
Exactly. And Rachel, this fundamentally breaks everything we've optimized for. Like, I spent years in CRO obsessing over product pages, checkout flows, the whole human browsing experience.
And now none of that matters if the AI never sends a human to your site.
Bingo. Welcome to the phantom funnel. Your conversion rate looks great, but the AI agent already compared your price to 12 competitors and picked someone else. You never even knew the customer existed.
Okay, so what does a merchant actually do with that? I mean, if the AI is the gatekeeper now, how do you even compete?
That's the trillion-dollar question. You have to feed the algorithm your best stuff, pricing, reviews, product data, speed. But here's what keeps me up at night. The infrastructure we have today, it's not ready for this.
What do you mean?
So imagine a world where AI agents are firing off thousands of queries per second, comparing prices, checking inventory, executing purchases. Our current systems, APIs, checkout flows, even payment rails, they're built for humans clicking buttons, not autonomous agents making decisions at machine speed.
Oh, so we're about to hit a massive scalability wall.
Yeah. And that's before we even get into robotics. Like, you've got AI agents ordering stuff, but then you need robots in warehouses picking and packing at the same speed. The whole chain has to sync up or it all bottlenecks.
To be fair, though, this is where Amazon and Walmart have an advantage, right? They've been building that infrastructure for years. Fulfillment centers, robotics, last-mile delivery.
Totally. They're way ahead, but even they're going to struggle when the volume shifts from human shopping patterns to AI agent patterns. It's a different beast entirely.
Okay, so give me a real example. What does this actually look like for a consumer?
Picture this. I'm cooking dinner, hands covered in flour, and I realize I'm out of olive oil. I just tell my phone, hey, order olive oil. The AI knows my favorite brand, compares prices across 3 retailers, checks reviews, verifies delivery times, and completes the purchase. All in like 10 seconds. No apps, no friction, no manual, anything.
Okay, that's actually pretty slick.
Right? But here's the kicker. The retailer I usually buy from, they never got a shot. The AI picked whoever had the best combination of price, speed, and reviews at that exact moment.
So brand loyalty is basically dead?
Well, it's complicated. The AI might factor in brand preference if I've trained it, but it's weighing that against a dozen other variables. Merchants can't just rely on brand anymore. You have to win on the fundamentals every single time.
Okay, but let's talk ROI for a second. If I'm a merchant watching Alphabet pour $185 billion into this and I'm seeing my funnel evaporate, what's my move? Do I double down on AI optimization? Do I pay to be in the AI's recommendation set?
I mean, I wish I had a perfect answer, but honestly, you start by making sure your product data is pristine. Like your titles, descriptions, images, pricing, all of it has to be structured and machine readable. Because if the AI can't parse your data cleanly, you're invisible.
So it's back to basics, but for machines instead of humans.
Exactly. And then, there's probably going to be a whole new world of pay to play where you're bidding to be in the AI's consideration set. It's the same game, just a different field.
Great, just when we figured out Google Ads.
Right? Welcome to 2026.
All right, so before we move on, what's the one thing merchants should be doing right now to prepare for this?
Audit your data. Seriously, if your product feed is a mess, fix it yesterday. Because when AI agents start shopping at scale, there's no second chance to make a first impression.
Makes sense. Okay, speaking of AI commerce and fees, let's talk about OpenAI's new 4% ChatGPT checkout fee on Shopify. Because, merchants are not happy.
Okay, Rachel, we need to talk about the Shopify thing because it's wild.
The 4% fee.
Yeah, so OpenAI and Shopify just dropped this partnership where ChatGPT can now complete checkouts directly. Customers can buy stuff without ever leaving the AI conversation.
Which sounds great until you see the economics.
Right. So here's the kicker. Shopify's charging a 4% fee on every transaction that goes through ChatGPT. That's on top of normal payment processing, subscription fees, all of it.
Wait, 4%? That's insane. Most merchants are running on razor-thin margins already. If I'm selling a $50 product, that's $2 just for the AI checkout privilege.
Exactly. And the market reacted. Shopify stock dropped 10% after the announcement. Analysts are completely split on this.
I mean, I get why. Let's talk ROI here, Max. If I'm a merchant, what am I actually getting for that 4%?
Yeah.
Because I can't just absorb that cost forever.
Well, so the pitch is you're buying access to ChatGPT's user base, like millions of people already using it daily, and now they can discover and buy your products without friction.
But does it convert better? That's the only metric that matters.
That's the million-dollar question. From a CRO perspective, removing friction usually does help conversion.
Right.
But you're paying 4% for that lift. So unless your conversion rate goes up significantly, the math doesn't work.
And here's what worries me. We just talked about Alphabet dropping $185 billion on Gemini, the phantom funnel, AI agents comparing products invisibly. If that's the future, you're not just paying Shopify's 4%. You're paying every AI platform that wants a cut.
Oh, that's a great point. Like if Google, Meta, Amazon, if they all launch their own AI checkout, you're looking at multiple 4% fees across platforms.
Which is why I'm skeptical this is sustainable. I mean, I've seen this before. Operations first, then AI. If your operation feed is trash, your margins are terrible, your fulfillment is slow, no AI checkout is going to save you.
Yeah, totally. And Shopify is also tightening data rules and billing around this, which is making merchants nervous. Like they're changing how app data flows,
Right.
new compliance requirements for AI integrations.
That's the hidden cost no one's talking about. You think it's just 4%, but then you're hiring developers to integrate, updating data feeds, dealing with new compliance overhead.
Analysts are split into two camps. One side says, this is visionary. Shopify's betting early on agentic commerce, positioning themselves as the platform for AI shopping. Get in now, dominate the space.
And the other side?
The other side says it's expensive theater, that merchants are going to pay 4%, realize the GMV lift doesn't justify it, and bail.
I'm on both sides a little bit. Look, I don't want to be too harsh, but if you're a Shopify merchant doing $1 million a year, and even 10% of that flows through ChatGPT, that's $4,000 just for AI checkout. Does that customer acquisition cost make sense?
It depends on your margin structure, right? If you're selling high-margin digital products, software, courses, maybe.
Yeah.
But if you're selling physical goods with 20% margins, that 4% just killed your profit.
Exactly. And here's the operator question. Is rising GMV from AI worth the fee structure? Because volume means nothing if you're losing money on every sale.
Right. And this ties back to what we were saying earlier about the phantom funnel. Like, merchants need to compete on machine-readable data now. So if you're paying 4% and you still have bad product data, you're just scaling failure.
Yeah. AI doesn't fix bad operations. It just scales whatever you already have, good or bad.
Brutal, but true.
So what's the takeaway for merchants? Wait and see or jump in early?
I'd say test it on a small segment. See if that 4% actually converts. Track your CAC, your LTV, your margins, all of it. Don't just assume AI magic equals profit.
Absolutely. And watch what happens next, because if Shopify's betting this big on AI commerce, we're about to see a lot more platform moves. Speaking of big platform moves, we need to talk about Walmart.
Oh, the trillion-dollar thing?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so we just talked about Shopify's 4% fee controversy. But Rachel, before we even get to whether AI fees are sustainable, we've got two retailers making wildly different bets. Walmart just hit $1 trillion market cap on the back of e-commerce. And Saks, they're walking away from Amazon and closing stores.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Walmart's number is huge. But I keep asking, is this actually profitable growth, or are we just celebrating volume? I've run ops at scale, Max. E-commerce transformation is expensive. Fulfillment centers, last-mile delivery, tech infrastructure, it all costs real money.
Right. So you're saying the $1 trillion valuation might be smoke and mirrors.
I mean, not entirely, but let's be real. Walmart's playing the Amazon game. Razor-thin margins, scale at all costs. They're betting that if they dominate volume, profitability follows eventually, but eventually is doing a lot of work in that sentence.
Fair point. But here's what's interesting. Their e-commerce growth is legit. They've basically turned stores into mini fulfillment centers. Same-day delivery, curbside pickup. They're using physical assets Amazon doesn't have. That's a real competitive advantage.
Okay, I'll give you that. The store network is a moat. But then explain Saks to me. They're ditching Amazon, closing most of their off-price stores. What went wrong there?
Oh, man. So Saks partnered with Amazon in 2021, right? The idea was, hey, let's reach Amazon's massive audience. But luxury doesn't work that way. You can't build a premium brand when you're sitting next to knockoff handbags and algorithmically discounted electronics.
So it's a brand control issue.
Yeah, exactly. Luxury is about exclusivity, curation, experience. Amazon is about speed, convenience, lowest price. Those are fundamentally opposed strategies. Saks realized they were diluting their brand equity for what? A few extra transactions?
But didn't they need the traffic? I mean, to be fair, Saks isn't exactly pulling Gen Z shoppers organically.
True, true. But here's the operator reality check. Traffic doesn't matter if it's the wrong traffic. If you're spending money to acquire customers who only buy on discount and never come back, you're just burning cash. Rachel, you've seen this movie before.
Oh, I have. And here's what I learned at Walmart. You have to model the phantom store halo effect. Pull your geodata. Markets where you kept a store versus where you shut it. If organic traffic and branded search cratered in the closed markets, your e-commerce win is actually a loss you haven't measured yet.
That's brilliant. So Saks closing stores might tank their online revenue too?
Exactly. Physical stores drive brand awareness, trial, returns, pickup, especially for luxury. Close those stores, and suddenly your digital acquisition costs skyrocket because you've lost that free brand exposure.
So we've got Walmart saying, scale wins, own the infrastructure, and Saks saying, control the experience even if it's smaller. Two totally opposite strategies.
Yeah, and honestly, I think they're both right for their customer. Walmart's customer wants speed and price. Saks's customer wants curation and prestige. You can't be both. That's the lesson here.
Okay, so the big question, what does this mean for partnerships going forward? Like, is the era of platform partnerships over?
Not over, but more selective. You have to ask, does this partnership reinforce my brand positioning or does it undermine it? Walmart partnering with Shopify makes sense. They both serve scale. Saks partnering with Amazon, that was a mismatch from day one.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020. But I think the bigger story is this. Retail is bifurcating. You're either building for massive scale and efficiency, or you're building for brand control and premium experience. The middle is getting squeezed out.
And that middle, that's where a lot of brands are stuck. They want Amazon's traffic and luxury margins. Good luck with that.
Right. Okay, so speaking of tough choices, let's talk about where you should actually be spending money in 2026. Because everyone's talking about AI tools, autonomous agents, all this shiny stuff. But Rachel, I know you've got opinions about what operators should prioritize first.
Oh, do I ever? Let's get into it.
All right, Rachel, last segment. Let's talk about the actual tools everyone's betting on this year. Runner AI just launched the self-optimizing e-commerce engine. GenStore AI is promising to democratize everything. What's real and what's hype?
I mean, I've heard that pitch before. Self-optimizing sounds great until you realize it's just A/B testing with better branding. What does Runner actually do?
Fair. So Runner is essentially an AI layer that sits on top of your e-commerce stack and continuously tweaks product pages, checkout flows, even pricing, supposedly without you touching it. The promise is it learns from your traffic and adapts in real time.
Okay, but here's my question. What if your product feed is trash? Like, if your images are blurry and your titles are inconsistent, is the AI just scaling bad data?
Exactly. That's the trap. I've seen merchants drop 6 figures on AI tools when their basics are broken. You can't optimize what's fundamentally broken.
Right. I've seen that trap before. Operations first, then AI. At Walmart, we'd never deploy automation until the data was clean. Otherwise, you're just automating chaos.
Automating chaos. I'm stealing that. So what about GenStore? They're positioning as the AI for everyone platform. Supposed to let small merchants build AI-powered stores without dev teams.
That could be huge if it works, but democratization also means dilution. What's the catch?
The catch is it's still early. The templates look good, but customization is limited.
Yeah.
If you're a brand with specific needs, you might outgrow it fast. But for small merchants, testing AI could be a solid entry point.
Makes sense. Okay, sifting gears. What's happening on the payment side? I saw Affirm scored an exclusive BNPL deal with Expedia.
Yeah. Expedia's dropping all other BNPL providers and going all in with Affirm. That's a massive win for Affirm and a clear signal that exclusivity deals are back.
Wait, all in? So no Klarna, no Afterpay, just Affirm?
Just Affirm? It's a huge competitive advantage, and it tells me that travel and high-ticket commerce are where BNPL is doubling down.
That makes sense. Travel has high cart values and planned purchases. Perfect fit for BNPL. What else is moving?
Visa launched a small business platform aimed at helping SMBs manage payments, invoicing, and financing all in one place. And Revolut just expanded into Australia, which is a big play for international growth.
Revolut's been aggressive, but here's the thing. Small business tools are crowded. What makes Visa's platform different?
Brand trust. Visa's name opens doors that a fintech startup can't.
Right.
But yeah, the functionality isn't groundbreaking. It's more about convenience and integration.
Okay, so let's bring this home. What should merchants actually prioritize in Q1? Because there's a lot of noise out there.
With conviction, fix your fundamentals first. Product feed, site speed, checkout flow.
Yeah.
Don't touch AI tools until those are dialed in. AI doesn't fix bad operations. It just scales whatever you already have, good or bad.
Exactly. I've seen companies waste months onboarding AI consultants when their real problem was data quality. What's the red flag you watch for?
If onboarding takes 3 months and there's no clear metric, that's when I check out. The best tools are plug and play with ROI you can track in weeks, not quarters.
Yeah. And if the vendor can't explain it in plain English, run.
100%. So here's my advice for Q1. Test one AI tool that solves a specific problem. Not a platform, not a suite, one tool. Measure it. If it works, scale it. If not, kill it fast.
Agreed. And pick something with a low barrier to entry. Don't lock yourself into a year-long contract before you've proven ROI.
Exactly. And on payments, if you're not offering BNPL for carts over $200, you're leaving money on the table.
Right.
Just pick one provider and test it.
One provider, one AI tool, and fix your basics. That's the Q1 playbook.
That's it. No need to overcomplicate it. Let's see who actually ships results versus who's just riding the hype wave.
All right, I'm with you. Let's see how this plays out.
That's the show, folks. Keep it real, keep optimizing, and we'll catch you next week.
See you next week.
All right, so wow, what a week, Rachel.
Yeah, I'm still processing that $185 billion number from Alphabet.
Right? That's not R&D spend. That's like we're building the entire infrastructure for AI agents to replace shopping as we know it.
And that's the takeaway here. The funnel's disappearing. AI agents are comparing prices, reviews, delivery, all before merchants even knew a customer existed.
The phantom funnel problem. Love it. But here's what I'd say to anyone listening. Fix your fundamentals first.
Right.
Product feeds, checkout flow, pricing transparency. AI doesn't fix bad operations.
Exactly. Operations first, then AI. That's the playbook.
All right, if you love this breakdown, or even if you're like, wait, what just happened? Hit subscribe, leave us a review. It helps more than you'd think.
And share this with your e-commerce friends. Trust me, they need to hear this.
Especially if they're still optimizing for humans and not machines.
Fair point, Max.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you next week with more chaos from the checkout point.
Stay sharp out there.